Hey guys, it's Marco, Spyros Bros, and today we will teach you 10 new beginner Diablo tricks that you can learn now. And for this video, we'll be using our own new signature pro model Diabolo and also our original signature triple bearing Diabolo. Even though both these Diabolos have higher durability and long-lasting spin for all these Diablo tricks, our new signature pro Diabolo does much better with advanced tricks. You can get one by clicking the link in our description. Before learning any of these 10 new beginner Diablo tricks, I highly recommend that you watch the first and the second video of the 10 beginner Diablo tricks series. If you need to check out those videos right now, the link will be right up here.
The first trick, 360 toss and catch. 360 toss and catch is quite simple. All you need is a good control in toss and catch, and a smooth pirouette. Practice both moves individually before combining them both together. Choose which side you want to spin to. If you choose towards the left, right foot will cross over your left foot, and left will cross over right if you spin to your right. This will help you execute the 360 faster and smoother. This is not acceptable because not only the execution is much slower, but it is less appealing for your audience. Timing between the toss and 360 is important. You cannot spin too soon, and you cannot spin too late. You can start the 360 immediately once you toss and see the Diablo above your head. The toss is very important too. Toss cannot go backwards nor forwards. But to make room for error, tossing slightly forwards is better than backwards. It's a simple move but takes lots of practice to get down, and once you get good with 360 toss and catch, you can try doing the trick with lower toss heights. The second trick, multiple trapeze. Multiple trapeze are very fun to play with. First, get into the single trapeze. Next, do the trapeze again over that trapeze to make a double trapeze. Then exit out once and you're back into single. Then repeat the sequence 2 more times carefully to end up in a triple trapeze. And exit out twice to get back into single trapeze. Just make sure that when you execute these, that the string always stays in a safe area on your stick to prevent it from sliding out. If you have the multi-trapeze down, you can do cooler trapeze sequences like this. The third trick, Eli hops. Eli hops is the same popular trick used in yo-yo. Difference for the Diablo is that we use the sticks. Starts off in a trapeze, shoot the Diablo upwards as much as you can, and land back into the trapeze. At first, practice it as slow as you can so that you can make it easier to land. And it is meant to be done multiple times or with the trapeze combo. A common mistake is only using your dominant hand to do the trick, ending up in very short and unpleasing executions. Your hands and sticks should nearly touch each other or overlap while shooting Diablo up. Practice this motion and then apply it to the Eli hop. When doing Eli hops, make sure that the string always stays in the middle of the stick or as far away from the tip of the stick as much as possible to avoid the string slipping out. Another cool Eli hop transition is going from a rightwards loop in the axle and shooting the Diablo up, like if you were going to do a Chinese acceleration, but this time land in a trapeze. When you get good with Eli hops, you can do it more times in a row or combine it with your trapeze combo like this. The fourth trick, Wonder Swiss Side. This trick is broken down into 3 tricks. James variation reverse catch, a sun behind your back, and a looping Swiss side exit. First, do the James variation until you get to the reverse catch part. Once you're at that part of the trick, reverse catch and then turn your body to the opposite side and use the momentum to do a single sun with your dominant hand behind you, or hands together if that works better for you. Wrapping the Diablo axle like a sun isn't considered a sun, nor is it ideal for this trick. After the sun, swing your dominant stick around the Diablo axle to do a looping Swiss side and catch the stick to end the trick. You can take your time doing the tricks one by one slowly. Once you understand the flow, connect everything in one motion. You can also do this trick straight from a reverse catch. but many would find doing the James variation is much easier when it comes to the hand placements during the reverse catch part. The fifth trick, reverse trapeze magic knot. Reverse trapeze magic knot is easy if you are comfortable doing trapeze. This is a shortcut to magic knot transitions for tricks like golden finger and many more combos. Instead of placing your stick on this side of the string, you will place it on the back of the string, with the stick parallel to the floor. Next, you will want to swing this Diablo above the stick and have it land on this part of the string above the stick. Then it should be mounted like this to be able to free from the strings. If this is too hard in the beginning, then you can try this other hack here. After placing your stick on the other side of the string here, just bring your other stick and string under the Diablo axle and it should end up in the mount. The Diablo should free from the strings too here. Then using both ways, you can bring the string close to the Diablo axle, but don't bring it under. Then swing the Diablo over your stick. With this approach, there should be no way for your Diablo to miss the string. And that's how you do the reverse trapeze magic knot. The sixth trick, floor bounce toss and catch. Floor bounce toss and catch is a trick many of you may have done to save the Diablo after a drop. But with these tips, this mistake becomes an intentional trick. First and foremost, make sure you have the right Diablo to do this trick. The best one will be our signature starter triple bearing Diablo, and is much more flexible and softer. I don't recommend using our new signature Pro Diablo nor our Master Set Diablo because they are multi-piece cups that can result in separation and damage if it experiences hard impact. And soft floor is good to practice on, but harder and smoother floor will be the most ideal. On softer floor like matted or carpet like this, the Diablo bounce is more extreme. The toss must be tossed to your dominant side or further if you like. Tossing it to the middle will make it much harder for you to reach and chase after. This is a fun trick to practice, but just be careful always where you practice and what you practice with. The seventh trick, the cheat Geno. Cheat Geno is basically a mini Geno but with an easier way to enter and execute. It's basically a shortcut to doing the mini Geno. First, do a Swiss side, then stop the stick by blocking it with your leg or wrapping it so that you can swing it the other way. Swing the stick around at least twice before hopping the Diablo out. Hop the Diablo out once your stick is swung under. Hop the Diablo to your dominant side and swing the string and stick at the Diablo axle and catch the stick as it wraps around. Avoid hopping the Diablo just straight up or worse to your non-dominant side. Just remember this trick requires lots of practice and experimenting to get good with this trick, so keep it up. "180 reverse catch" is the eighth trick. It starts with tossing straight up at either side of your body, then turning your body to the other side, reverse catching the Diablo, then bring the Diablo back to your original position by doing a big sun. First, choose a side to throw the Diablo straight up. Next, toss the Diablo on that side. Before it reaches the peak of the toss, turn your body to the back, and then reverse catch the Diablo. Once you reverse catch the Diablo, swing the Diablo upwards in a big sun, and at the same time, turn your body back to the front. And you should have completed the trick. The 180 reverse catch can make nice combos and transitions like this. The ninth trick is around the leg 180s. In around the leg 180s, you actually don't need to be able to do around the leg orbitals to attempt or learn this trick, but having them down of course will help a lot and is the best way to transition to this trick. Get your foot and leg over the string first. Next, similar to 180 reverse catch, you will turn your body to the back right before the Diablo reaches its peak, but you will just let the Diablo fall into your string on the side closest to your dominant side. Once it's caught, bring the Diablo to the other side of your string and toss it up. Turn back to the front and catch once again. And that's around the leg 180. And repeat it again if you can or as many times as you like. Just make sure on the last round you end up facing the front. Once you're done, just take your foot and leg out. The 10th and final trick for this beginner Diabolo trick series is Tom Side. The Tom Side is the most basic version of integral, and beginners can learn and attempt this trick as long as they have a solid Swiss side and stick swing. Before getting into this tutorial, if you're watching this and you're a lefty, just translate right and counterclockwise POV to left and clockwise POV. To start, you'll want to grab the string near your right hand and start swinging it like a Swiss side catch. Swing it counterclockwise from your POV. Grab the part of the string that is closest to the center of the string length and let your hands be able to slide across the string from time to time so you can adjust on the spot. With that said, your swinging string shouldn't be too short or too long. Next, you will swing the stick and string around the Diabolo axle. Hold the string on top first while it's revolving around. Once it's about to swing to the top, catch the stick with your right hand. When swinging the stick and string around the Diabolo axle, your hand should stay stationary before the stick swings back on top. Your holding hand should be slightly above the Diabolo for better control and a more appealing integral. It shouldn't be too close or too far from the Diabolo. Now, let's start executing the Tom Side. At this point, where the stick is swung towards your right hand, release the stick that is on your left hand. Then catch that first swinging stick with your left hand and finally slide your right hand towards the last stick. With time and repetition, it will start to look much better. Hope you will learn a lot from this tutorial, and for next time, we will teach you tricks like this.